And Abby Nasseth. Next up will be guard 5'4", number 30, Kendall Faulkner.
Okay, we're on here if you want to start. Otherwise, I'll just zoom in on these seniors. Senior night here tonight.
Yep, that's what you're seeing on your screen right now. We are jumping right into the end of the Spartans Senior Day presentation. They're just kind of listing the seniors right now as they're escorted onto the floor. And that's how we begin our evening still, with 7 minutes, I think, remaining left before we get started officially.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for our seniors.
All 8 of them standing up there. One of the more special nights of the year. Now we'll get a special message from Maddie England, it looks like.
Dear seniors, I have the honor of speaking on behalf of the underclassmen. We want to thank you for being our great role models, always cheering us on, having our backs, and being our big sisters. You guys have made this game so much more enjoyable. You've made such an impact on us, and we want you to know how much we appreciate you and love you guys. You guys never give up and show up every day with great determination and leadership, even when times are hard. We look up to you and we admire you. You guys encourage us all and inspire us to have confidence in ourselves. Through this journey, we've made so many great memories, like reenacting high school musical routines, walking in a circle before each game while listening to Mary's song, fun bus rides, summer camps and hot gyms, and team meals. Kelly, we will miss your awesome clockwork and practice. Baki, we will miss getting blocked by you every single day in practice. Kendall, we will miss the way you push all of us to become better. Anna, we will miss your entertaining speed block races. Abby, we will miss your sense of humor. Remy, we will miss your dedication to the team despite your injury. Mary, we will miss your great dance moves. So we will miss your opera performances in practice. And Hallie, we will miss your great handshakes and killer chest bumps. You guys have had your best season yet, and with your talent and leadership, we hope that we have the ability to travel far in the postseason. We hope you do great things when you leave North and wish you the best of luck in your future. We hope we can fill your place next year and make you guys proud and keep your traditions going. We hope you can come back and cheer us on next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Maddie.
Very nicely said. Very nice testimony.
For our seniors here on senior night.
So it looks like that's all that there is. As it looks like, I guess there will be more opportunities for pictures. And then the clock will run with 7 seconds, or rather 7 minutes remaining in warm-up. So we'll be here for the time being at that point. I'd like to officially introduce myself to this game. Once again, Isaac Dienison on the commentary for tonight's game. Jarrell Peterson to my left on camera will sooner or later be doing this game here. Valley City is the opponent for the Spartans tonight, both coming in with a record of 6-11 on the season. Spartans, though, are leading the Highliners in the EDC standings. Spartans are 6-10 and Valley City 5-11 in conference play. So all the seniors get an opportunity to recollect themselves. They'll be going back to their locker rooms and we'll be getting both teams back on the floor soon. The clock is now running inside of 7 minutes. I did not address any where any of the seniors will be venturing off to next year. Not all of them have made their decisions, seemingly. Do know that Elise Bakke will be playing college volleyball next year, I believe at MSUM. Well, as for the other seniors on the girls basketball team, do not know their intentions right now. These two teams met early on in this season. Valley City and Fargo North met. Now we're Where did they meet exactly? I'm looking at the schedule right now. They met on January 5th on the road, and it was Valley City that came up with the win in the first head-to-head. Spartans trying to win this game and ensure themselves that they'll be ahead of them in the standings after tonight. Taking a look at the numbers from that matchup, according to Digital Scout at least.
Pretty poor three-point shooting for both teams here.
And you won't be finding a whole lot of high percentages as the Spartans return to the floor, being greeted by their parents, holding giant heads of all the seniors, it looks like. So that's a very nice gesture. Holding little FedEx Kinko's printouts of all the 8 seniors' heads, so that must have been a nice moment. You see on your screen now the Valley City records this season. They have not had a stretch of games this year determined by that hadn't been determined by a streak. They started 2-2 after splitting their first 2, going 2-2. And since then, they've gone on a 5-game losing streak and then a 4-game winning streak. And now they're currently on a 4-game losing streak. Spartans have not had exactly the same kind of stretch this season with their wins and losses. They have an opportunity to form a mini one tonight, a 2-game winning streak. They're coming in off a victory against the Grand Forks Central Knights on Tuesday night. They won that game by 14 on the road. And the Digital Scout page did not provide a whole lot of stats other than points and rebounds. And also the Spartans still do not have their official per game numbers on their page.
They're still back at like 14 games.
That's correct. Yep. It's been a few games since we've been given a true sense of what these players are averaging. Look at the last couple sets of games across the EDC. Valley City coming into this one off of a loss to Devil's Lake by 37 points. Looking to curb their 4-game losing streak and not make it a 5.
Yeah, most of the stats I'll have on here are going to be the same stats we had for the game last week because they haven't been updated for quite a while.
Exactly. So that's what we'll have to work with here. Spartans are at least 500 in their last 8 games, so that is a good sign considering where this team was in previous years. They do have 6 wins. They did not play very well a season ago. This is where the standings are right now. The Eagles of Davies High School are currently the leaders at 15-2, and then it's Shanley, Red River, Cheyenne, and Devil's Lake. We saw Devil's Lake last week on Friday night, and the Rough Riders ended up pulling away after the Spartans were in the lead at halftime, but Spartans will have 3 games left starting tonight, and they'll all be against the lower spectrum, the lower end of the spectrum of the Eastern Dakota Conference. The Highliners are led by a pair of siblings, Taryn Dieterle and Jaden Dieterle. Taryn Dieterle, the main option to keep an eye on tonight, as they do have 3 players scoring above 8, but it's Dieterle that's leading the team in points and rebounds. She doesn't shoot threes very often, but when she does, she makes them at a 48% clip. Listed as a 6-foot center. But otherwise, they do have plenty of players that can put the ball in the basket. Does Valley City. It'll just be up to the Spartans and their half-court trap that we saw last week and throughout much of the season that they'll look to implement here tonight to try to prevent these opportunities for these Valley City scorers. There's a look at who's doing the best so far in the girls' side of the EDC. Century of Bismarck's currently 18-0, and everyone else is just playing for second place right now. Tournament play will be coming up pretty soon. There's the boys poll. Davies still the #1 team in the state. Been playing very well this season. Cheyenne rated ahead of West Fargo. And then it's Century, Mandan, and Minot rounding out the top 6. It's getting down to the end of the season. And if you want to relive some of these games from earlier on this season, you can look at the highlight videos or some of the streams that we've done here on YouTube. If you're watching, you can watch on Fargo North Basketball. It'll be likely the first channel name that comes up when you type in that search.
Yeah, as always, we recommend that you go to watch this stream on YouTube rather than the Cube, at least if everybody else has the problems that we have watching on the Cube.
We've not had the greatest luck with the Cube this season, so we do recommend that. So we'll get the national anthem here. No color guard here tonight, so we'll just be playing the anthem, and then we'll get the presentation of the starters. Anthem nice and swift, and now we'll get the introduction of the cheerleaders and each team.
EDC matchup and on senior night for the Spartans. As this EDC matchup between the visitors, the Highlanders of Valley City, and the home team, your Fargo North Spartans.
Well, we might have some different starters tonight, maybe, I don't know.
That's always a
For
possibility.
senior night.
Starting off with the birthday girl, Caitlin Oswin, America Catalan, Avery Dickerson, Sophia Jacobson, Amelia Thielman, and the other birthday girl, Jelena Steinmetz. And the cheerleader coach.
How about that coincidence? Two cheerleaders have the exact same birthday. That doesn't happen very often.
First of all, for the Highlanders, at guard, up by senior number 10, Lexi Ostrowski. For the Spartans, at guard, up 5'8", senior number 10, Anna Astrup.
So usually this spot would be occupied by Maddie England, so it looks like we'll be having an all-senior starting lineup for North.
For the Spartans at forward, a senior, 5'10", number 15, Mary Sim. For the Highlanders at center, 6'tall", junior, number 21, Taryn Dieterle. For the Spartans at forward, a 5'10", senior, number 21, Elise Bucky. For the Highlanders at forward, a 5'9", senior, number 23, Mackenzie Peterson. For the Spartans at guard, a 5'7", senior, number 25, Abby Nelson. For the Highlanders at forward, a 5'9", senior, number 24, Courtney Lloyd. And for the Spartans at guard, a senior, 5'7", number 31, Sophie Semenko. And coach for the Highlanders, James Howard, assisted by Elizabeth Lindtigen. Head coach for the Spartans, Ariel Jones-Schiller, assisted by Mary Michael Levine, Carrie Hemmingson, and Sarah Gleason. Officials for tonight's game.
So a good moment for Sophie Semenko, not usually a starter, but being that they got to have somebody else other than Maddie England to truly honor senior night here. They got to have 5, so it'll be interesting to see how the other seniors on the team, Kendall Faulkner and Hallie Mann, get incorporated throughout the game tonight. Surely they will be the first 2 off the bench. Mentioned Remington Vanette in the senior day presentation before the game. We've not seen any of her this season because she's been injured. So we'll see if she gets in at the end, possibly, if she's eligible to play. We are underway. Valley City wins the tip. They begin with the ball here. Kicking this out to the corner, it's Taryn Dieterle. Their leading scorer and rebounder, and a drive inside is going to be good for Alexi Andrasik. Valley City getting on the board. Andrasik coming in under 5 points per game and 3.8 rebounds. Spartans working it into the post, a little give and go here. And actually, we're going to get 3 seconds called on the Spartans. It'll be going the other way. There's a nice cut by Elise Bakke. Almost got it set up for the Spartans' first basket. But she was camped in the lane too long. Saw the press, and that will be likely an important part of this game. Forcing Valley City to convert on those long cross-court passes, and Courtney Lloyd puts it in. Valley City's out to a 4-0 start. Pass is fumbled by Bakke. It'll go out of bounds. So Lloyd with 2 and Andrasik with 2 for Valley City. Spartans setting up in this press. They are able to cross it. Andrasik has it, then gives it back up to Jaden Dieterle, the freshman. Dieterle averaging just over 6 points a game, and she'll get it back in the corner. The first miss of the game for the Highliners. Semenko could not reel in the rebound. It's picked up by Nassif. A little spin move as she gets into the lane, floats it up with the left hand miss. Bakke the rebound, back outside for Anna Astrup, and the Spartans are on the board. The senior's got her first 3 of the night. Better believe that these 8 seniors, or at least the ones that will be seen tonight, will want to perform well in front of their home fans. This won't be the last home game of the season, however, for the Spartans. They will play tomorrow night here. It made sense more to do the senior day presentation when there isn't a doubleheader to have to compete with. With the shot clock winding down, it's Courtney Lloyd again. She's got her second 2 of the night. Valley City now leading by 3 again. Bakke faked the pass into the post. They want to do that often with Mary Sim having such an impact this season for them. A foul on the floor, no shot. As Elise Bakke tried to get inside. Foul's going to be on Courtney Lloyd, the first foul of the game. If we show any stats for Valley City, they should be updated. An inbound pass to Mary Sim, just floated it up there. In a lot of traffic, it was missed, and it comes off the rim to the Highliners. Jaden Dieterle, cross-court pass, back to her. Gets inside and lays it in. So the younger Dieterle gets on the board before the older Dieterle does. Semenko back to the corner for Astrup. Didn't have an open shot. Into the lane. Bakke's short jumper is good. Elise Bakke getting on the board for the first time. That sweet mid-range jump shot of hers. Who knows how often we'll be seeing that tonight. Just 6 points in her last game against Central. Nearly stolen by Semenko as Taryn Dieterle gives it back to the corner. Posting up, now inside of 10 to shoot. A 3 is banked home by Courtney Lloyd. 7 points early on for Courtney Lloyd. The senior trying to spoil the Spartans senior day early on, and now we got a foul going the other way. It looks like it's going to be on Baki for reaching in, it looks like. So, now in all the games that I have done, at least that I can remember, I've only done a few of these games. At least Baki's been afflicted with early foul trouble more often than not, at least, if not all of the games that I've done commentary for, whether they've been recorded or not. So she's got an opportunity to be saddled with 2 if she doesn't be careful. If she isn't careful. Highliner's getting an offensive rebound, get an extra possession. The shot is short from Mackenzie Peterson. Nasseth pulls up, stops. Now a wide open Anna Astrup misses from 3. Back the other way comes Lexi Ondrasik. Highliners leading 11-5 here over 4 minutes in. Lloyd missing off the side of the backboard, and it's going to be grabbed by Sophie Semenko. Spartans still rolling with their starting 5. Baki tried to feed it inside to Sem. Spartans are able to maintain possession, however. Astrup trying to find some room, and the Highliner defense smothers her. Back the other way. Ondrasik didn't have an open shot, gave it back to Taryn Dieterle. Back inside to Dieterle, and 1 against Mary Sem. Highliners out to a blazing hot start, out 13-5. So Taryn Dieterle with an opportunity for a 3-point play as she gets on the board for the first time. And the first free throw is short. It's going to be out of bounds off of the Highliners. Dieterle, 44% shooter from the field, and once again, 48% from downtown, 17 of 35. Just below 70% at the foul line. Could not convert on that one. Valley City in an early 8-point lead. Semenko swings for Astrup. Shot clock is inside 10. As Nasseth in the corner now with 3 to shoot. Spartans have to put something up, and Baki just does get it away, and it's going to count.
Baki for 2.
Spartans with another field goal, as they need to find ways to get more efficient looks earlier in the shot clock to avoid almost turning the ball over. Now a wide open layup for Jaden Dieterle. It'll force a timeout for Ariel Jones-Schiller. A 15-7 Highliner early lead.
Anyone that was waiting to see the highlights from the last girls' game, I forgot to bring my camera back home with me. And so I didn't have a chance to get the video off the memory card as we're sitting up here in Fargo the whole time.
Usually those kind of things get done, but fortunately not this time.
Well, I'm staying in Fargo tonight, so I think I'll try to get, what was the last game, Red River?
Yep.
I'll try to get the Red River game done and tonight's game done tonight, and then it's just a question of whether I can find a place to upload the video here in Fargo. I'm guessing the hotel I'm staying in doesn't have a computer.
So out of the timeout, the Spartans will look to curb their slow start on the defensive end. Starting 5 still on for the Spartans. Mary Sem has it on the free throw line. Pass got deflected, looking for Semenko. Spartans now with 10 to shoot. Semenko's got an open look at a 3 and missed. And a good box out down low by Taryn Dieterle. Jaden spins away from Anna Astrup. Gets it back now in the post, back outside. Spartans playing in man-to-man right now. Little ball fake, trying to get it inside, denied by Nasseth. Spartans coming away with the steal, and they'll pull up, nothing immediate the other way. Astrup kicks it back outside, lob pass into Sem, banks it in. So right now that's Mary Sem getting on the board for the first time. I was about to say it was going to be Sem and Baki. Now we got an over and back violation on the Highliners, but Sem had not scored. So they'll get Maddie England in the game for Sophie Semenko. They get their usual starting 5 back on the floor here. Semenko looked like she only attempted 1 shot, and it was from downtown, and she missed. So that was her contribution early on. We'll likely be seeing more of her throughout the night. Maddie England taking her place, has the ball, gives it up to Anna Astrup. Taking a screen from Baki, and a travel will be called. Indecisive on whether she wanted to drive or pass it. Ended up choosing poorly. Now Hallie Mann is in the game, another senior. And while they're at it, why not just get Kendall Faulkner in the game as well? So 7 seniors have touched the floor now for the Spartans. You see Remington Vanette, number 12, the first player for the Spartans next to the head coach. She was wearing a brace during the presentation, so it'll likely not be a thing if she comes in the game, but we'll definitely be all for it if it happens. Spartans now setting up in a zone. Now feeding the corner here with plenty of time to shoot, and it's intercepted by England, throwing it ahead for Faulkner ahead of the pack, lays it in. And a timeout will be called by Valley City. James Howard, their head coach, now sensing a run here, a short 4-0 one from the Spartans, but nonetheless, Spartans are playing better now and probably wants to come up with a game plan for the new zone that the Spartans have set up. So it was only a 53-46 meeting the first time these teams played in early January. But the way this first segment of the first half has gone, nearly halfway through, should be getting more points than that. And that's at least assuming that both defenses don't start to settle in. Spartans will still set up in this 1-2-2 press. And they do cross half court, do the Highliners. They break this down efficiently, and it's going to be an and 1 for Mackenzie Peterson.
Basket by Peterson is good. Foul will be on number 10, Anna Astrup.
Just nice and safe passing, and they are able to get a 3-point play opportunity as Anna Astrup commits the foul. Spartans' 3rd team foul early on here. And Peterson nails the free throw. 27 of 34 at the free throw line coming in. That's a 79% clip. England open look is short. Does not touch the rim. And Taryn Dieterle had to be careful not to step on the baseline. Does feed a teammate. Back cut inside, good feed. And it's going to be finished off by Mackenzie Peterson. Nicely done. Good pass from Courtney Lloyd. Highliners continuing their efficient start offensively. Now up 20-11. Lob pass over the head of Maddie England and out of bounds. Hit the public address announcer's right hand. So it goes over to the Highliners, and they've made a few substitutions. Grace Schur, number 15's in the game, and number 40, Lindsay Neski's in. Lloyd has it against Faulkner and got ripped away by Baki. Does not have help, pulls up for mid-range, misses it. But England fights for the rebound and gets another 30 for the Spartans. And now she'll try a 3. It's also short. Attempt by Astrup to grab the offensive rebound. Now England deflects this pass out of bounds. Nicely done. Still 25 to shoot. Now we are running out of webcasts, as you see on your screen. We have tonight, and then we have tomorrow, which I will not be around for. The scheduling conflicts with my other priorities at Park Christian School. Pass deflected out of bounds again by England. Then next Thursday will be the last time we will have a stream for a regular season Fargo North basketball game. It'll be against the Wahpeton Huskies. Stripped away by Faulkner, and it's grabbed by Baki. Come down the stretch in the season here, these games that we have coming up will be important. I got a foul on the floor here on the Highliners as Baki drew it. Foul will be on Courtney Lloyd.
Courtney Lloyd, her second personal foul, second team foul.
Especially an important time for the Fargo North girls. Currently sitting a half game behind the West Fargo Packers. Inbound to Baki, had to be careful. Was tight-roping the sideline. Now probes the defense and lays it in. Nice move by Elise Baki. She's got 6 in the early going. So what wrinkles do we have here as there's a wide open highliner underneath the basket, and it's the wrong one to leave. It's Taryn Dieterle getting a free 2 points. Certainly the leading scorer on the team at 13.3 points per game is not the one that you want to leave sitting wide open underneath the basket. Nice passing play from Hallie Mann to Elise Baki as she's getting hot early on. Well, we continue to see this zone getting broken down like it has been. Not on that possession. Now we got a double dribble. It'll be going the other way. Any way that the Spartans can get turnovers will be key tonight. With this offense of Valley City being what it has been in this game. Now Sophie Semenko returns for Fargo North. Sitting in, coming back in for Astrup. Maddie England's still out there. Semenko has it, takes a screen from Baki. Faulkner with it. Now Elise Baki posting up against Taryn Dieterle, and she plays good defense and grabs the rebound. Trying to quell Elise Baki's strong play here in this first half. Ripped away by Baki, and she is able to save it. Nice defensive play by the senior. England feeds it down low for Semenko, over for Hallie Mann. The mid-range jump shot touches nothing, and it's grabbed by the Highliners. So the defense does not pay off on the other end. Neski feeds it back for Taryn Dieterle, cross court. A 3 attempt is good from Grace Schur. Grace Schur coming in, shooting 9 of 18 from downtown. Very efficient three-point shooter in that sense, and now we got a run-out layup opportunity coming the other way, which is missed. But the hustle attempt and putback for Jaden Dieterle converts. It was Josie Bernston that had the opportunity for the Highliners, but Dieterle was there to clean it up. 3 attempt is off. Baki gets another possession. And now a fight for the ball, a pileup of players. It's on the floor, ball is loose. It's not possessed by anybody, and now we'll get a jump ball. It will stay with the Spartans, however, on the possession arrow. Any opportunity for the Spartans now to get extra possessions in this game will be key, and they're currently down by 21, so they'd like to have the ball more. They won't get the possession arrow next time there's a held ball. Another deflection by Schur. It's out of bounds with 16 on the shot clock. In Valley City so far, they have not really relied on one player to do their scoring, which is indicative of how they play according to their stats at least. Shot clock's inside 10. Sem feeds it back for Mann. Got fouled on her jump shot attempt. It'll be a 2-shot foul here. We'll see who the foul is on. It's on Bernston. 3rd team foul on the Highliners, and Mann will shoot a pair of free throws. First free throw is off. 5:52 remaining. Spartans did start off well. Since then, it's been all Valley City. Another missed free throw. Pile of players coming up with the basketball is Josie Bernston. Poked away by Sem, and she'll grab the ball ahead of everybody else. Got blocked from behind, though, by Jaden Dieterle. A great first half that she's been having. Adding to it with that nice defensive play to save an open layup. They'll get it back to Sem. And a lot of contact, no foul. As the Highlanders come away with the rebound, that was all ball, it looked like, from up here. Pass taken away by Sem. It'll come back the other way. Spartans trying to just get on the board here. Nasseth, a little spin move back outside for Sem. Mid-range jump shot is good. So her second 2 of the game. Spartans down by 10. Nice deflection and steal for Abby Nasseth. And she'll dribble her way out of trouble. Back outside, nice cut to the basket. Left-handed shot attempt from England is no good, and the rebound by Taryn Dieterle. Long pass ahead for Lindsay Niski. And a foul will be called on Hallie Mann, it looks like here. Spartans have at least calmed down on fouls. Nobody has 2, as that's Mann's first. And the 4th team foul. Astrup and Baki return for the Spartans. Spartans just continuing to look for these opportunities to get steals, get stops of any kind, and convert on the other end. Very tough to inbound the ball, and it goes right to Anna Astrup. Good inbound defense from North. Nothing immediate in transition, however. Nasseth, nice spin move, goes to the left hand, missed it. And Dieterle picks up another rebound. I've been averaging 8.9 per game coming into tonight. Easily the leader on the team. Nice spin move getting inside, and it's going to count, and the foul. It looks like for Courtney Lloyd as she gets Elise Baki to commit a foul. And that will be Baki's second with 4:14 remaining.
21, Elise Baki, her second personal foul, 15th foul.
So Courtney Lloyd with an opportunity to make it a 3-point play, swishes it home. Continuing her good start here, she has 10 in the first half. A night where we thought Taryn Dieterle would be having much more of an impact. Sem posting up against Dieterle, hands up. Playing straight up there was Dieterle, no foul. It'll come back the other way, and now another wide open Highlander underneath the basket. It's Courtney Lloyd. Fargo North not playing exceptional defense, to say the least, on this press, leaving Highlander players time after time open for layups. As they came into this game clearly with a mission, and now we'll get a timeout. And now we'll get a foul. I was wondering why the referee blew his whistle. It was a foul on Maddie England, so it's the 6th team foul, no free throws yet. So with the foul gives a new shot clock. Baki kept that ball in bounds. Another nice steal from Elise Baki. Gets the pass back from Nasseth and lays it in. How about Baki again? Playing defense and converting at the other end. Very nicely executed play. Now a wide open 3 will follow, and that's going to rattle home from downtown Mackenzie Peterson. That's a bit of a buzzkill right there for Fargo North, considering that nice little momentum swing that they could have had. That steal and layup from Baki. Then to allow a 3 at the other end has to be a little disheartening. nearly stolen away from England, and now we'll get a timeout from Fargo North to save their possession at the very least with 11 to shoot. Spartans did come up with it, but the timeout was probably a good one, considering the way that this game has gone since it was 15 to 11. Valley City currently on a 20 to 8 run. 35-19 is the score here on senior night in the Spartan Dome. Certainly Valley City converting on these layup attempts that you see here where they break down the zone that the Spartans set up in the zone press. So we'll see if they go with a different approach the rest of the way here. Each team looking for their 7th win of the season. Valley City making the trip all the way here with one goal in mind. That's to come away with a victory. They've played very well to start the game. Still plenty of time remaining. And certainly it would take a lot from Fargo North to come back in this one. Baki in the post with only 5 to shoot, actually. That ball was actually deflected out of bounds. No, they actually changed the ruling. Did look like Baki just threw the ball up, so it's going to be it'll just go over to the Highliners. So no zone press, that wasn't working. It's just strictly mano-y-mano. Now a foul will be called on the floor, and it's going to mean free throws for the Highliners. Maddie England picks up her 2nd foul of the first half. And Jaden Dieterle is going to shoot a 1-and-1. Not a very high percentage on the season at the very least.
14 is Jaden.
It was the right Dieterle that you put up there as she makes the first free throw. Dieterle 17 of 35 from the free throw line entering tonight's game. And is able to swish both of them. An 18-point first half lead for the Highliners, and the Dieterles only have 10 points by my count. Out of bounds off the Spartans, it'll go the other way. As they've been very active on these passes from the Spartans in this game. Getting in the way on these passes and creating turnovers, what the Spartans would have liked to do more of. Lloyd hounded in the corner against Baki, and it's going to be a tie-up. It'll actually stay here with Valley City with 17 to shoot. And under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. They're able to get it inbounds to Lloyd. Andrasic over for Jaden Dieterle. Pass inside, back now. They work it into the post, inside of 5 to shoot here. Highliners have to put something up, and they didn't get anything. They didn't get anything off. Probably aware that the shot clock was running low, but just unable to get into a shooting motion. So the Spartans do force a turnover, but it's these opportunities off of turnovers that the Spartans need to capitalize on. Sam takes a screen from Baki. Back outside, Maddie England nails a 3. So she's on the board for the first time on a 3. Spartans needing points in bunches, but this is not a very perimeter-centric team. Pass tipped by Nasseth, and it's missed, and the rebound by Anna Astrup. Just about a minute remaining in the first half. The Spartans need to string a couple baskets together here. Mary Sam again taking a screen from Baki. Astrup now loads up from 3, misses. And Sam traveled off the offensive rebound. I thought that hit the rim, but I guess it did not. The shot clock had not reset. Doesn't matter anyway, as the Highliners get possession. Jaden Dieterle, no shot here. A foul is going to be called on the floor. It almost looked like Peterson, who will be shooting the 1-and-1, may have shuffled her feet. Nonetheless, it'll be a 1-and-1. 42.5 seconds to go. Foul is on Nasseth, and that was her first. Free throws missed.
Typo on my graphic there.
"11-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Sem from the baseline nails it. Mary Sem's got another basket. The Spartans down by 13 points, and if they can get a stop, they'll be in a pretty decent position at halftime, considering where they were not too long ago. Pick and roll pass is nearly ripped away by Bakke, but Taryn Dieterle comes up with it and lays it in. Now with only 5 seconds, Spartans trying to get a quick basket before the half. Sem puts it up and misses. And the Highliners do maintain their 15-point first half lead, 39-24, which is as many as the Spartans allowed in their last game total. Really, it's largely because of those layups that Valley City has been getting largely uncontested. It was Courtney Lloyd that really filled up the score sheet in the first half, but also Mackenzie Peterson was the second leader in scoring for Valley City in that first half, at least by my count, which is maybe not as reliable as others, since I'm calling the game and writing down who scored at the same time. Lloyd has 12, Peterson has 4 plus 4, which is 8. Taryn Dieterle has 6, and Jaden Dieterle has 6 as well. Interesting to see how the Spartans adjust in the second half. They did do a nice job cutting down on those open layups that Valley City was getting. They just have not been able to involve much else on offense other than Elise Bakke, who has 10, and Mary Sem, who has 6 by my count. To get down the stretch, the Spartans once again have 3 games left after this game against Shanley, and then next week they'll play against the West Fargo Packers, who they're competing with for seeding for the playoffs, and then they'll take on Wahpeton at the same time, the boys game on Thursday. So fortunately for this team, they do have an opportunity to move up from 7th in the EDC with victories against the lower tier of the conference. Wahpeton coming into tonight 4-14 on the season, 3-14 in conference play. Valley City 5-11, trying to overtake the Spartans. West Fargo, the team that they're currently competing with, just a half game behind. But right now, Valley City putting a dent in those plans for the Spartans to host the 11 seed, which would be Grand Forks Central right now, assuming everything goes as planned for the play-in game. Once again, we'd like to just take this time, plug in our YouTube channel for those not watching currently on there already. Fargo North Basketball is where this game is being streamed, and while you're there, maybe after this game's over, check out some of the highlight videos of games that we've done this season across boys and girls. Most of the girls' games, or actually all of the girls' games that we've streamed, don't have a whole lot of commentary. I did do a couple girls' games earlier this year, but one of them was where the audio was not available against West Fargo. Highlight video was still there, but we just didn't have commentary audio, which is a little disheartening. And then against Valley City, or not Valley City is who they're playing tonight against Cheyenne. The internet in the school just went out, so we weren't able to not only complete the game, but we weren't even able to get a highlight video up for it because it really just wasn't worth it at that point. Whole North Dakota school system internet just went out. Random Tuesday night when there happened to be a bunch of important girls and boys games that needed to be streamed. So hopefully we haven't been experiencing a whole lot of difficulties with this game. So we roll through some statistics here for the Spartans. Mary Sam, the first game that I did with this team was against West Fargo. She had a 20-20 game. Spartans ended up winning that game against the Packers in overtime. Taking a look at some of these previous results as the Spartans trying to finish the season strong. We'll take on the second place Shanley Deacons tomorrow, and before that they have to try to overcome a 15-point halftime deficit in front of them here. So Valley City currently, once again, on a 4-game losing streak coming into tonight. They're on their way to curb that. Valley City, after this game, will travel back down to the Fargo area to take on Davies, and then they'll have their last 2 games at home against Grand Forks Central and Fargo South. The cellar dwellers, 2 of the cellar dwellers currently of the EDC. South at 3-14 in conference play and Central 0-18. So they will have probably the easiest opportunity, apart from playing Davies tomorrow, to jump into that 7, or rather, not only into the 7th seed, but into the 6th seed as well. Which should feature, which would involve hosting the lowest seeded team come tournament play. And then should they win that game, they would play against the 3 seed, which currently is Red River, but could realistically be anybody once the season comes to an end. That race at the top of the EDC for girls basketball, incredibly close. The top 5 teams separated by 2.5 games, so mathematically nobody's eliminated from those 5 from clinching the #1 seed. Though Davies has been one of the strongest teams in the state of North Dakota this season. Definitely asserting their dominance in their most recent game against Wahpeton on Tuesday, winning 67-28. Davies currently has 4 players above 100 points, but not only that, they have 3 of them above 200 and 1 above 300 points in 17 games. So that just tells you they're a pretty top-heavy team. They rely on 3 players to score. That's not all that bad, considering at least a team like Valley City with plenty of players above 4 a night. All the different styles that teams play.
By the way, tomorrow's game, the girls' game, I will have the students from the Shanley webcast doing the play-by-play for the girls' game, and for the boys' game, I'm going to hook into 1100, the Flag radio, for the boys' game tomorrow night.
Sounds like a plan. I will not be there, largely in part because I do other things other than this. I also do public address announcing for Park Christian School, and it was just hard to do. It's hard to negotiate for tomorrow because I had wanted to do the doubleheader, tomorrow here, but it turned out that was not an option, largely because there's also a game at PCS that they couldn't get a replacement public address announcer for, so I had to make some compromises and chose them over this. It'll be the Park Christian Falcon boys, their senior night tomorrow. And then I will be back here on Thursday for Fargo North boys senior night as well. But we'll be missing on the Falcons girls senior night. Falcon girls currently 20 wins already on the season, one of the best teams in their conference, and should get a high seed in Minnesota's Class A Section 6. I did also do a game for the Falcons on the Cube. If you look up Park Christian School's Cube site and go to their February 5th game, I think against Lake Park Audubon, you'll find that I did commentary for the second half, which is not my usual role. Welcome back to the action. Isaac Dienison on call for the second half. Spartans getting the ball to begin, as they have different starters on the floor to begin the second half, and open with a bucket for Abby Nasseth. A nice opening possession to begin the second half. Baki with a steal and is able to dribble her way out of trouble. Pull up in the lane, miss, but she got the offensive rebound, and they call her for a travel while she's on the floor, trying to pass it to one of her teammates. So we don't have the same starting lineup, as Kendall Faulkner is in for Sophie Semenko. Otherwise, it's the same starting five that the Spartans opened the game with. Valley City looks like they have the same starters as well. Fumbling the pass is Peterson, kicking it back for Dieterle, number 14, the younger. Pass is fumbled out of bounds, and the Spartans get a score and a stop on the first two possessions of the second half. Definitely what they would have wanted to have out of the locker room to begin. Now can they get another one? Sem swings it back outside. Nasseth's 2 is her first of the game. Faulkner thought about a 3. Nice move by Baki, goes to the left hand, couldn't get it to go. And Taryn Dieterle comes up with the rebound. Lloyd cut off by Baki, wants to tie it up here, and she will get a jump ball called. The arrow will favor Valley City. Nice aggressive play by Baki, sensing a little weakness from the dribble of Lloyd. Able to tie her up. Good cut to the basket, and a foul will be called in a shooting motion. Mackenzie Peterson's going to shoot free throws as Faulkner got her hand in the cookie jar. Will be 2 free throws. Faulkner commits her first foul on the first team of the second half for the Fargo North Spartans. First free throw is off. Peterson, a rare miss at the line, coming in nearly 80%. Only had missed 7 free throws all season coming in. How about that? She missed 2. And Sem blocks it on the rebound from Dieterle. Only 7 misses coming into the season, and we just saw 2 missed free throws, but her sister gets the 2 points for her. Or rather, Jaden Dieterle. She is not related to the person who shot the 2 free throws before, so that's my fault on that one. Nonetheless, the Spartans come back, and Sem couldn't convert here, and they will get a tie-up, so the arrow will favor the Spartans. I thought that was a really good line, Jaden Dieterle scoring after a couple missed free throws, and just a complete lapse in judgment there, thinking that it was Taryn Dieterle that had shot the free throws, but it definitely was not. Sem posting up on the low block, couldn't get it to go, and a nice fight for the ball again, but it'll be another possession change on a held ball. And unfortunately for the Spartans, they don't get possession twice in a row off those. So the Highliners will get another possession here. Had a lot of changes in possession to begin the second half on held balls, and we're only 2 minutes in. Dieterle almost had it taken away by Anna Astrup. Back outside, Peterson. Man almost got caught reaching in, and another held ball will be called here. My goodness, how many held balls have we had here in 2 minutes and 12 seconds of the second half? That's girls basketball for you, I guess. Spartans are down by 15 points. Astrup almost had it taken away by Dieterle. Faulkner on her knees catches the pass after she got knocked to the floor. Spartans are able to hang on to the ball now with 10 to shoot. Nasta's pass got denied by Peterson, gets it back. Mid-range jump shot is off. Faulkner couldn't get the rebound. And it's into the arms of Jaden Dieterle. Illegal screen will be going the other way here. And that's on Taryn Dieterle.
Her first personal foul. First team foul.
It's just her first foul of the game. Now the Spartans will get a substitution. Morgan Comer, number 23, will check in for the first time, a junior. When Comer gets in the game, she tends to get looks from three. Brief timeout here. Maybe an injury was why Comer came in the game. Comer catches the pass, feeds it inside for Sem, and a nice defensive play again by Taryn Dieterle to get possession back for her team. Long cross-court pass, Peterson, long two, rattles off the rim, no, and the rebound by Sem. Pushing is Astrup. Crosses over right to left, gets into the lane, couldn't draw a foul. And another rebound for Taryn Dieterle on the defensive end. Good pass inside, Lloyd short on the layup, almost ripped away by Sem. And another extra possession here for the Highliners. Cross-court pass by Lloyd. Lexi Ondrasek getting it back here on the baseline. Dieterle gets another and one. Jaden Dieterle, number 14, with another basket. And the Highliners continue to grow their lead now, as they were leading by as much as, I believe, 18 points in the first half. And with this free throw, they can get it back up there. Now this is Jaden Dieterle shooting the lesser in age and also lesser in free throw percentage. At least coming in, made both of her free throws earlier in the game, misses this one.
I've got a couple of spelling mistakes or name mistakes on the for the Highliners here that I didn't catch.
Back outside, nice movement here. Maddie England getting herself open for a three, but it's missed, and Jaden Dieterle comes up with the rebound. Ondrasek hounded by England. Dieterle faked it, now a cross-court pass, putting it on the floor, and almost banking it in was Lindsay Neske. Spartans coming up with the rebound. Needing to get points in bunches here at this stage of the game. Pass is tipped away and stolen, and a layup is going to be converted by Josie Bernston. Valley City now out to a 19-point lead here with 13:11 remaining in the second half. England back outside for Astrup. Into the post, Mary Sem. Got it blocked again. Those looks have not been easy for her tonight. Now coming coast to coast, and a foul will be called on the shot. As Jaden Dieterle continues to play well here in the second half so far. The foul is going to be on Abby Nassas, not in the game. It's 23, Morgan Comer. So that is the second foul on Comer, and the free throw, first of two, is good for Dieterle.
Back in for the Highliners. Now set back in for
Elise Bakke comes back in after a brief stint on the bench. Spartans in need of really just anything positive right now, down by 20. Second free throw is swished home. Spartans now down by 21, their largest deficit they face in this game. Elise Baki gets good position down low and will draw a foul and 2 free throws. Valley City did not commit a ton of fouls in that first half, and it's going to be on Taryn Dieterle, just her second of the game. These free throw numbers obviously not updated. Spartans needing anything they can get at the line right now, and the senior nails the first. I believe this is their first free throw made of the night. Not be surprised if that fact is true. Second free throw rattles off, nearly stolen by England. She's had a nice defensive presence in this game, as has Abby Nasseth, as she rips this pass away. Astrup almost stepped into a 3. Now Baki at the elbow draws another foul and 2 more free throws. See who this foul is going to be on. It's on 40, Lindsay Neski. So these opportunities continuing to be available for the Spartans. Chance to get back in this game, at least somewhat. Baki swishes the first one. Opportunities to get back in this game when nobody's guarding you are so important. And also coming up with stops at the other end. Baki rattles the second one home. And now we just had nobody pick up the ball for quite some time. I think that was a delay of game warning. I think that may have been the official's signal there. Nobody picked up the ball for quite a bit of time. So that was probably the ruling that the official gave. A hard collision down low. It's last touch by Fargo North. An attempt by Courtney Lloyd to draw a foul was futile. Inbound pass comes into Grace Scher, and she lays it in, or rather able to float it in, her second field goal of the night. Inside, outside right now. The Spartans not getting any open looks. Hallie Mann inside, had it taken away from Nasseth, and a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring Valley City. Inbound defense from the Spartans, unable to come up with a steal immediately. And now the Highliners will be able to break the press here. Lloyd got past Nasseth, and the pass back is taken away by Astrup. Long pass ahead for Baki, mid-range jump shot, trying to bank it in, missed. Mann fighting for the rebound with Neski, and she comes up with it. Highliners again getting a stop here. Now a travel forced by England. So right now the Spartans are just kind of stuck. They continue to get stops, but are just unable to cash in at the other end. It's a 20-point Fargo North lead. Rather, Fargo North deficit. Highliners in the lead. Nasseth lost it and was able to get it back. Baki fighting for the loose ball, and another held ball. Possession arrow favoring the Spartans, and probably at least the 10th held ball of this half. And that may even be a generous guess there. Had a lot of possession changes in the second half. Inbound comes into England. Baki was unguarded for quite some time, but she couldn't cash in on the mid-range jump shot. And a foul will be called here on the Spartans on Baki. So Baki had 2 fouls in the first half, picks up her second of the second half right now. See the Spartan student section trying to get involved in this game, starting a wave. Maybe trying to delight themselves in any way as the Spartans come up with the basketball. Astrup picks it up and got fouled. So it'll be 2 free throws for Fargo North here. Foul will be on Taryn Dieterle.
Third personal foul, 14 foul.
That wave from the Spartan student section just amuses me as the parents now try to get involved on the other side and maybe distracted a little bit was Astrup as she misses the first free throw short. Maybe actions like that are all fine and good just as long as they're not distracting your own team as they're currently trying to climb their way out of a 20-point deficit. Astrup is able to convert on 1 of 2. She has just 4 points in this game by my count. Only a couple seconds to cross half court, and they are able to get it. And now a travel is going to be called here on Cher. So Spartans again coming up with a stop, but they're just not able to get any buckets in this stretch of good defensive play. Sem on the baseline, over for Baki, another short-range jumper. It just has not been there for her in the second half. Valley City's been able to get these rebounds off these misses as well. Baki had a good first half. Now the ball is taken away by the Spartans. Now Baki leading the charge, able to get around her defender and put it in as she is able to break her cold spell, and will get a timeout before the inbound by the Spartans. Elise Baki adding to her good play here in this game, up to 15 points. Well, unfortunately, the Spartans can't say the same for the rest of their team, and she's accounted for nearly 50% of her team's offense in this game. So even after all this good defensive play, the Spartans have only been able to get 4 points. Currently down by we're down by 21 not long ago. They're currently down by 17. A little over 10 minutes to go in the second half. So again, it is senior night here, and likely we'll get the same fanfare for the boys team next Thursday, which would be their last regular season game against Wahpeton. Taking a look at the displays for all the 8 seniors real quick before we come back. One of the things about high school basketball and high school sports in general that makes senior night special, they get to make their own boards to display. All 8 of the seniors for the Spartans were able to make one. Valley City able to inbound the ball here. Nice crossover from Cher. She's able to cross half court inside, but a nice block. Spartans trying to get the ball back here, but Valley City's able to run it down. Elise Baki just said no emphatically. But a new 30, Baki tying up her tying up a highliner on defense. The Spartans get a steal. And unable to cash in is Nasith, but a travel is going to be called. It's going to be Fargo North ball. They call a travel on the highliners. So can the Spartans get a basket here? Inbound pass trying to find Sem, but it was taken away. They played really good defense here in this game on Mary Sem. Now in the corner, Peterson for Dieterle, and it's poked out of bounds by Nasith. 9:30 remaining in the second half, as the Spartans have not allowed Valley City to score in quite some time. Taryn Dieterle, little fake and got fouled by Sem. And it is a shooting foul, so it'll be 2 free throws. Dieterle coming in a 69% free throw shooter, was Sem's second foul of the night, and the 5th team foul on North. First free throw rattles off. Now this is where the Spartan student section can get involved on free throws. As when Astrup was shooting free throws not long ago, the Spartan student section was doing the wave. At a fairly inopportune time. Second free throw swishes home. They do break this scoreless drought that they had been on. Spartans now setting up here with Bakke out on top. Feeding back for England. Getting into the lane, nice look, but missing. And it'll just be going the other way as Sem couldn't keep her foot in bounds, trying to save the ball. Semenko there, tightly guarding her Highliner player. They couldn't come up with it, but a nice rejection inside on the pass from Bakke. They're creating a lot of these deflections the Spartans are in this second half and slowing down this offense. Still find themselves down by 18 points. They'll look to get 2 back here as England takes the pass away and feeds Semenko, who banks it off the glass and in. So Sophie Semenko on senior night gets her first basket of the game to cut it to a 16-point deficit. Another nice crossover in the backcourt. And that's going to be good, a long 2. Grace Sure, so the public address announcer does give the pronunciation as Sure. She's been efficient when she's been in the game, and now it's ripped away by Dieterle. And Valley City has scored. They've done it in bunches. We'll get a travel called here on Lexi Ondrasik. 18-point lead, 8:16 remaining in the second half. Mary Sem swinging to the corner for Maddie England. Back outside, and the pass for Nasseth is taken away by Peterson. And another held ball. It'll go over to Valley City. 52-34 here, and now, oh, how about this? Remington Vanette just checked in the game, wearing her brace and all on her left knee. Now this is the first time that I believe she's been in a game this year, at least that we've broadcasted. Nice moment here on senior night as all 8 seniors get to play. The miss is forced, and now it'll be, looks like we got a foul called here. It is a foul. Mackenzie Peterson gets called for the foul. It's the 5th team foul on Valley City, so we'll see if the Spartans can get Vanette an opportunity to put one up here. They won't make it easy on her as they'll be looking to press the ball. They don't get Vanette the ball. England's pass intended for Astrup taken away, but the pass back is going to be out of bounds. It'll actually be deflected out of bounds. Grace Sure tried to grab that ball, and we're going to get a substitution. I thought we were going to get an officials conference. So Vanette gets her 15 seconds of fame for this season, and she checks out for fellow senior Elise Bakke. So she does get to come in the game. Still a nice moment. Now Bakke gets called for her 4th foul of the night.
Number 21, Elise Bakke, her 4th personal foul.
So that's the 6th team foul on the Spartans. So Bakke better be careful the rest of the night here. Contesting this shot, forcing a miss from Jaden Dieterle, but she gets the ball back, misses from mid-range. And Bakke comes up with the rebound. Now a loose ball, it pops out to the Highliners, picked up by Taryn Dieterle. And a new, well, no new 30, now it's now at 20. And it's Jaden Dieterle driving inside and laying it in. Mary Sem trying to get 2 in response, banks it in. Nice play by Mary Sem. That low post game of hers has been largely neutralized in this game. Deflected and stolen by Bakke. That's how she'll have to play the rest of the game. Getting in the passing lane. Now flipping it up is Astrup, missing. And Scher got the rebound while she was on her knee. And we'll get a timeout called from James Howard of Valley City. It'll be a short one as maybe his team was in trouble there in their own end. Still up by 18 points, though, with under 7 minutes to go in the game. Both teams once again looking for their 7th win of the season coming in, but Valley City, if they win this game, would get the tiebreaker if the two were to be tied at the end of the season. Valley City at 5-11 in conference play, and the Spartans at 6-10. Both the records would be at 6-11 if Valley City holds this score, and Valley City would get the tiebreaker, which would mean an easier opponent come the play-in game. Valley City has not made it easy on the Spartans here tonight, as they've almost effectively spoiled senior night here. Got a double dribble called on the Highliners. Spartans have played good defense here in the second half, just have not been able to get consistent looks. These favorable looks that have gone in. England pass faking, gives it up. Nice dish back and a held ball. No, a jump ball is going to be called here. Mary Sem has not had a very easy night. Spartans are lucky to keep the ball with the possession arrow. She's had a lot of opportunities like that have just not gone her way. Baki into the lane, got fouled. Nice play by the senior drawing contact. Foul is on Jaden Dieterle, and that's just her first in the 6th team. It's not really like these foul numbers have meant a whole lot in this game to Valley City. Baki misses the first of 2. Valley City did not commit very many fouls in the first half. So if this game were to be close, Baki misses both here. If this game was close, then Valley City would still be in a relatively good position, knowing that they didn't have a lot of players in foul trouble. Astrup nearly poked that away, and now it's intercepted by England. And she's able to come away with this. Tried to feed Nas at the head of the pack. Looked like that ball got deflected out of bounds. No official ruling was made, but the Spartans do keep possession. Under 6 minutes to go. Inside to Mary Sem, able to get it to go. May as well just keep feeding her the ball if she's getting looks like those. Now she intercepts a pass, drives in, tries to flip it up in an acrobatic manner, but could not get it to go, and now a foul will be called on the Spartans, it looks like. Foul is actually going to be called on the Spartans. It's Mary Sem picking up her 3rd. So it's the 7th team foul on the Spartans. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Jaden Dieterle. Their leading scorer in this game. First free throw of the 1-and-1 is short, and Baki could not reel in the rebound, and the Highliners are able to get an extra possession. And now a wide open 3 is no good, as one player does not have a shoe. I believe it's Elise Baki that doesn't have a shoe, and the Spartans nail a 3. Anna Astrup hits it from downtown. They couldn't get Elise Baki an opportunity to shoot it without a shoe, but the Spartans do cut it to a 13-point deficit here. So how about that moment? Baki was trailing the play there. As you see, if you look closely, she did not have a shoe on. Just saw a shoe just come flying through the lane on the last Valley City possession. Very interesting to see that in a game. You see something new every day, right? I don't think I've seen anything like that. Just I've seen basketball players lose their shoes before, but never in a way like that, I don't think, with just it flying through the lane like that. If you're watching this on playback, hopefully there's a good view of it. You can go back and find it. Trying to break down this defense, and Elise Bakke just committed her 5th foul as the layup is good from Lloyd. So unfortunately, Elise Bakke on senior night will leave the game 5 minutes and 13 seconds early. So they'll get an opportunity to get a substitution for Bakke. Ariel Jones-Schiller talking with her team right now. Definitely an unfortunate moment for Bakke. It's not their last regular season game here. They do have another one tomorrow against Shanley, but still not ideal, though, to foul out on senior night. So Lloyd will get the 3-point play, and Valley City's back up by 16 points. Valley City has also already eclipsed their scoring output from the first time these two teams played. Astrup misses from downtown, and a foul will be called on the Spartans.
Could be a long 5 minutes.
Fouls on Maddie England. So it's not on Mary Sim, which would have been her 4th. England picks up her 3rd in the 9th team. If these fouls continue to pile up here, we may be here all night. Taryn Dieterle shooting a 1-and-1, nails the first. 5:04 remaining. Valley City carried a 15-point lead into the locker room, and have at least been able to make progress on that, despite the Spartans' best efforts. Setting up in their offense, under 5 minutes to go. England for Astrup. They need perimeter jump shots to go in. This team does not take a whole lot of those. The miss here. Nice tenacious rebound there from Mary Sim to get a new 30. Now they'll refeed her in the post and had it stripped by Jaden Dieterle. What a game that she's had. Travel is going to be called here on the Highliners. 4:26 to go. They have forced a lot of turnovers, the Spartans have in the second half. Valley City even had a pretty substantial dry spell in this second half. So the defense of the Highliners has really stepped up in this game. And one of the main reasons why they are where they are in this game. Nasseth on the baseline. She's been very quiet in this one. Tries to bank it in, missed. And Mary Sim ran into Hallie Mann trying to get a rebound. Now back the other way is Lloyd. Peterson kicks it back outside. More great passing here as they've showed tonight, and Courtney Lloyd adding to her total. Puts the Highliners back up by 20. Astrup gets fouled on the drive. It'll be 2 free throws. Jaden Dieterle picks up the foul here. Under 4 minutes to go in this one, and barring a miracle, Valley City should hang on for a victory here. Spartans do need to cash in on free throws, though, to give themselves a chance, and Astrup cannot connect on the first. Courtney Lloyd just checked out to a round of applause from the fans on the right side of the court. Second free throw is good. 19-point advantage now. Man nearly committed a foul here, reaching in. Valley City is able to break the press. Getting tripped up in the lane. Foul is going to be called on Astrup. Jaden Dieterle with a hard fall there. Thankfully everybody's okay out of that. So that's a 10th team foul as well on the Spartans, so it'll be 2 free throws. First free throw on the way is off. who's the one that came in 48%. Made 4 free throws in this game. Unable to hit the second one as well, but another offensive rebound. It's just been that kind of night for Valley City. And Sem ripped it away. A foul is going to be called, though. And it's going to be on Sem, it looks like. Referee signaled 2 shots here. So I've not had an official word on who got the foul. It's actually going to be on Anna Astrup. So that's her 3rd, and now Taryn Dieterle will be the one to shoot 2 more here. (61-42), trying to make it a 20-point advantage yet again. First free throw swishes home. Taryn Dieterle, by my count, does not have a whole lot of points in this one, and she came in the undoubted leading scorer of this team. Both free throws are good. It's been Jaden Dieterle and Courtney Lloyd putting the Highliners on their back. Semenko inside for Mann, back to Sem. Back inside to Sem, poked out of bounds by Dieterle. Yet another pesky defensive play from number 14 in Carolina Blue. Immediate 3-point attempt from Astrup is no good. And it's going to be off of Fargo North here as Astrup and Sem were unable to corral the rebound. Both were in the same vicinity as the ball was. Unable to cleanly break the press as they were able to get it to Peterson. The pass is intercepted by Nasseth. Pile up of players on the floor as the ball's still loose, and now it's trapped and held. Valley City gets the arrow here. We've had a lot of whistles in this second half. We're not in running time territory. You have to get to 35 to get to running time. So on plays like that, we'll continue to have whistles and the clock stopped as we get a travel. Just at a 21-point lead for Valley City, under 3 to go here on senior night. We'll see if Coach Schiller puts in the other seniors. They have incorporated a few of them in right now. The one that I at least was looking for was Vanette. Had a very brief stint in the game earlier in the second half. This one is off from Neski, and an offensive rebound and another foul. 2:20 to go. Astrup just committed a foul here. That's 4 fouls on the senior. Lee Spocky already fouled out in this game for the Spartans. First free throw switches home for Peterson. She was the one that missed 2 free throws, and then I mistakenly said that Jaden Dieterle was her sister when she got the rebound. She got the points back for her, but that was obviously not the case. Probably a comedic moment for those at least listening to me harp on myself for my mistake. Hopefully that shouldn't be made in a similar scenario again. Both free throws were good. Spartans trying to get anything they can here down the stretch, and that's going to be an and one for Anna Astrup. Spartans will get an opportunity for an old-fashioned 3-point play, and so Astrup, before she possibly fouls out down the stretch, they will get Vanette back in the game. So another good moment here. They'll get her in for her second shift of the game, and it'll likely be for the remainder of the game. 2:15 to go and a 20-point lead here. Get a lane violation on the Spartans. No free throw. So it'll just go back over here. Still all seniors on the floor nonetheless. 2 minutes remaining here. Valley City still has Taryn Dieterle out there. The two Dieterles are out there. Sure shot is long, and Vanette comes up with the rebound. Nice moment for her. She gets a stat in this game. Now swinging it for Semenko, loads up for three. Nice moment for her. She's got a 3 and 5 points on senior night. Set up by the rebound of Vanette. Semenko nearly gets a steal. Minute and a half remaining in this game. Valley City will improve to get their 7th win of the season. Fargo North should fall to 6 and 12. Highliners an 18-point lead. Shot is short, and Vanette closes out nicely. They do get an offensive rebound, though, the Highliners do, and a foul will be called on a shot. And Astrup just committed her 5th foul, so 2 seniors will foul out on senior night. Now there are no more seniors to put in the game. Rather, they actually will bring back Abby Nasa. She had been out of the game, so they'll send her back in for Astrup. So Taryn Dieterle is going to shoot a pair of free throws here. 1:13 remaining. We'll see how many more opportunities Spartans get for their members of their class of 2018 to score here. Hallie Mann has not scored yet in this game. She's the only senior left, apart from Vanette, to score. See if they get Vanette an opportunity to shoot. Actually have Jaden Dieterle guarding her. Vanette has it, feeds for Semenko, misses the 3 long, did not touch the rim, and Vanette could not keep it in bounds. Still probably playing injured, and maybe not the best moment for fans of hers to have, at least. Spartans continuing this pressure here in the backcourt with under a minute remaining. Only forced 1 shot clock violation. I don't think they forced any 10-second counts. Travel is going to be called before the shot attempt from Neski. 39 seconds to go, and probably 2 possessions. That's assuming they get up a very quick shot here. We'll see if Valley City is gracious enough to give the Spartans another opportunity to score after this possession. Here's Vanette loading up for 3. It's short, and Sem couldn't keep it in bounds. It'll go over to the Highliners. And we'll see if, once again, they're nice enough here, or if the Spartans can force a steal and maybe get Vanette to shoot again here. We'll cross half court here. Nasa trying to come up with a steal and commits a foul. So the Spartans will at least get an opportunity to possess the ball again. Foul is on her. It's on Nasa, their 2nd. 12.8 seconds to go in this one. It'll just be a matter of how many points Valley City wins by at this point here. As the first free throw swishes home, it's a 20-point lead now.
Who is that up there? Cher?
Yep, 15. Swishes both of them. For good measure. So now we'll see if they can get Vanette a look here. I'm assuming that's who they want to shoot, but Jaden Dieterle still has plenty of years ahead of her. She's just a freshman, probably doesn't understand the magnitude of this moment entirely right now, but she deflects it out of bounds. 6.7 seconds to go. Inbound comes into Vanette. Trying to get open, did not have an open shot, gets it back, and beats the buzzer. So they'll mob Remington Vanette as she gets on the board on senior night. Nice moment to end the game. It does not impact whether the Spartans win or lose, but that doesn't matter at this point. That's a nice way to finish it. Valley City does come away with a convincing road win and will own the tiebreaker over the Spartans down the stretch of the season. But how about that moment to close?
And your cooperation. Thank you for attending tonight's
Remington
game.
Van Ed
Please drive safely home.
gets on the board here with a buzzer-beating layup as 7 of 8 seniors on the Spartans were able to get into the scorebook tonight. But unfortunately, it was not enough as Valley City came to play here tonight. The Dieterles and Courtney Lloyd were the driving forces of this game. And they improved to 7-11 on the season. Fargo North conversely falls to 6-12. With 2 games remaining in their regular, or 3 games remaining rather in their regular season, they'll take on Shanley, and that'll take place tomorrow night. The girls will take part in a doubleheader. They'll be first. The boys will follow. Just going through a couple more highlights as we wrap things up here. After tomorrow, our last stream of the season once again will be a boys game against Wahpeton on Thursday. And then that will be all for our streams this season. As you see the Spartans meeting at center court, they know that their season definitely isn't completely over yet. So an opportunity to reflect on what happened tonight and try to channel this in their final few games in the future. So a nice way for the Spartan seniors to be recognized here tonight. Unfortunately, they do not get the victory that they were searching for, and that will be all that we have here tonight from the Spartan Dome. Isaac Dienison saying so long here, and I will not see you tomorrow, but we'll have another set of webcasts tomorrow. We'll see you then.